Well, in Tennessee, your driver's license has to be renewed every 8 years. The process is usually pretty routine.
Yeah, you have your picture taken, your identity verified, pay a fee, and within a short time, you get your new license. However, a man in Andersonville called 6 on Your Side consumer reporter Don Dare after he was denied a new license. So, Don, the question is, what in the world happened?
Well, there had been an inquiry from 2 other states. Their respective motor vehicle departments had flagged 2 men, same name, same birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The gentleman who called us, James Allen Clark, has learned that 2 other men share his name. One is in Illinois, the other is in Nebraska, and apparently they don't have sterling driving record. As a result, Mr. J.A. Clark from Tennessee was caught in a crossfire of mistaken identity. So we made a call on his behalf. For a while last week, Allen Clark was driving his car on borrowed time. He had only 2 weeks to renew his driver's license. It was about to expire. No big deal. All he had to do was visit the local driver's license office. But there, he hit a snag.
I went to Oak Ridge to the DMV and gave them my money, got my picture taken, and then they said there was a little problem. I need to have a seat.
Allen said his old license, issued 8 years ago, was expiring in mid-July on his birthday.
I sat down, and 20 minutes later, they called me back and asked me about my driving record in Illinois.
Illinois?
Yes. I explained, I've never been to Illinois. And then I said, have a seat. I go back and sit down. They call me again. They asked me about, so when did you leave Nebraska? I said, I've never been there.
Allen was told after a computer check there was a problem with his driving record in other states. He would have to get what's called a "not me" letter, proving he's not the James Allen Clark on their records who had the same name and birth date. He was given phone numbers to call in Illinois and Nebraska. He calls Illinois first.
They explain in 10 to 14 days, electronically, this will be taken care of. They will send it to Nashville.
No sweat.
No problem.
But
I called Nebraska. Nebraska said, we don't do that. They tell me that they will not send any kind of a not me documentation because our social security numbers do not match. Their solution was to have the Tennessee Motor Division call them and they would straighten it out. We can straighten it out in minutes over the phone if they'll just call us. I get in touch with the DMV. They said, we do not do that.
So that leaves you in this catch-22.
Exactly. All I want is a driver's license. Just want to renew my driver's license. It should be a simple process.
We contacted the Department of Safety in Nashville and explained Mr. Clark's situation. He got a call from the state quickly. What do you have here?
I have my new driver's license.
When did you get it?
Just a couple of days ago. It only took minutes.
Allen said the state office had asked him to return to the driver's center in Oak Ridge. Apparently, word had been sent that there was nothing wrong with his renewal application.
Maybe 5 or 10 minutes, I was out the door with my license. It was amazing.
Now, many states have recognized that stolen identities have become an increasing problem. Some states, like Tennessee, have regulations that require you to obtain a "not me" letter if a computer check reveals an issue with your identity. With Homeland Security tightening identity rules, these follow-up checks are required. For Allen, Illinois issued the information he needed within days. But apparently the state of Nebraska has a different set of rules. Fortunately, once the Tennessee Department of Safety was told about the snafu, the issue went away. And Kristen and Bo, in this case, we were so pleased that we could help because he was thrilled when he got that call.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
What a nightmare there for a while. My goodness. Don, great job as always. Thank you. Hey, if you have a consumer question for Don, send him an email at ddare@WATE.com. You can also call the 6 on Your Side hotline number at 865-633-5974.